That's the fucking plan. Motherfuckers is finna move on these ops. All the shooters, suit up.
Before they even ask some questions, they just shot him. They just ranged at him.
Hey, welcome to the Incident Report, and I am Night Cop 35. And today I wanted to talk about this shooting with against police officers from Winston Boogie Smith. What kind of name is Winston Boogie Smith? Why didn't they just name him Dip Dizzy Whizzle? Because either way, he's a menace to society punk. Okay? That's the best way you can say it. Here's what happened. This idiot is making videos and posting them to Instagram and all this stuff, threatening police officers, threatening to bring, rocket launchers and guns and sending out the message, hey, everybody show up at this protest with guns and we're going to take care of business, and just very violent stuff, right? He's got a warrant out for his arrest. Officers go to serve the warrant, and he opens fire on them. And now you got these idiots up there standing in front of, the microphones getting their little 15 minutes of fame. They didn't give a shit about this guy until he got shot. Now they're in front of the cameras, 15 minutes of fame saying, oh, they just shot him. They didn't even ask any questions. Of course they didn't ask any questions. You don't stop and say, hey, man, why are you shooting? Why are you shooting at me? What the hell is wrong with these freaking idiots? Oh, yeah, he didn't ask him any questions at all. He just started shooting. No, they started returning fire. That's what they started doing. I mean, here, let's take a look at the video.
The men do what the fuck we gotta do, because I'm gonna make these phone calls, and we gonna pull up doing what the fuck we gotta do. Ain't nobody finna keep begging for no justice. That's the fucking plan. Motherfuckers is finna move on these ops. All the shooters, suit up. Bring your gun to the protest. Bring them fucking bombs and rocket launchers and all that shit y'all rap about.
Yep. Just bring everything you rap about. Let's just do it. Let's just attack everybody. This is not like a Class A citizen, right? That's gonna oh, I'm law-abiding. Let's just go protest a little. Oh, no. He's like wanting to start a war, and that's what he did when police showed up to serve this warrant. I mean, this guy's such an upstanding citizen. He's posting pictures of these rent-a-cars he's got holding his gun and all this other stuff. I mean, just a fine citizen, right? I mean, if you're going to pick somebody to protest on a shooting, at least pick somebody that doesn't have a rap sheet 2 miles long, that hadn't been in and out of trouble. Like this guy beats the hell and robs his ex-girlfriend, right? Face all swelled up, bleeding. I mean, what? We're not talking about a great guy here. But what makes me sick to my stomach, because I was out there on the streets for 17 years in law enforcement. I walk up somewhere and try to serve a warrant, and somebody starts shooting. I'm not going to stand there and say, hey, man, can you stop? I got some questions for you. No, I'm going to back up and return fire just like these officers did. But when we do that, we're wrong. Oh, another officer shot a black man. They just keep killing our black men. No, we keep shooting at the ones that are shooting at us. Do you know the best way to stop all cop shootings across the United States? We could eliminate every cop shooting overnight if every criminal would just comply. That's it. Just comply with the demands of the officer. If you don't think it's a rightful arrest, if you don't think the officer's doing right, then fight that in court. We're not going to hold court on the streets. I don't care what it is. Okay, go ahead and cuff me. Call your attorney, work it out later. And it'll be dropped if it's not right. And then the officer will get in trouble. That's the way you handle it. You don't pull out a gun and start shooting at officers. But this guy here, he's a piece of work. A little dip dizzy whizzle here. Let me show you the outrage. They got their 15 minutes of fame. They sure did. Just worthless, just delusional idiots. Jump up in front of the mic. Let me show you.
Winston Boogie Smith. My brother wasn't the same, but I know he wasn't no murderer. I'm just looking for justice.
Another, as my daughter said, another young black man. And it's a shame that they keep killing our young black people, our young black men.
It's a shame they keep killing our young black men. Now, let me ask you, I bet you this delusional idiot right here, probably, I don't know if it's his girlfriend, I don't know who this woman is, but I guarantee she didn't give a shit about Dip Dizzy Whizzle until he got shot. Now she gets her 15 minutes of fame, right? Oh, let's go in front of the camera. We didn't even like the sumbitch, but we're going to go in front of the camera. Yeah, that's what's going on here. They just keep shooting her. I bet you if he'd have shot one of the police officers, she wouldn't have said a word. The other guy, he wouldn't have, I just want justice. Well, if the officer would have got shot by Dip Dizzy Whizzle Winston Boogie, would you have cared then? No, they wouldn't have cared. It's not about justice to them, to these witnesses or to these people in front of the mics. It's all about 15 minutes of fame. Let's just call it like it is. If you don't want an officer shooting a black man or anybody else, comply. That would eliminate every shooting across our country overnight. It's up to the criminals, not the police officers. And I agree. I was out there for 17 years. There's some bad police officers out there that should be taken out of law enforcement. I agree with that. But 98, 99, 99.6, I don't know what the actual number is, are excellent officers. Just like me, out there with compassion, trying to make a difference, trying to help people. It's not all about how many we can arrest and how many we can take to jail. It's about how many of those young girls we can get home safely when they end up drunk somewhere in the middle of the night. It's about things like that. Like, get them home. Make sure they're safe. This is just insane. These idiots right here. They make me sick to my stomach. Like, they're wanting to push a narrative here that, the police officer just showed up, saw him on the porch, and opened fire. And that's not what happened. And the mainstream media, they don't help. But now, like I said, there's riots up there in Minneapolis for this idiot right here. Winston Boogie Smith. Anyway, they're up there rioting over it. All of them in front of the little mics, getting their little, like I said, their 15 minutes of fame. It's just sickening. They're screaming for revenge and justice. But like I said, if an officer would have got shot by a Dip Dizzy Whizzle, they wouldn't have been screaming for justice or revenge then. This Winston Boogie Smith is on probation. He's not even supposed to have a gun, but yet he's posting pictures on Instagram, holding his gun, and then making the videos calling for violence at the protests. I mean, you just got to sit and ask yourself a question. If you walked up on Winston Boogie Smith and he started shooting at you and you had a weapon on your side and you're not even a police officer, you're not a police officer, you just walked by his house and he started shooting, what are you going to do? Exactly. You're going to do the exact same thing these police officers did. And I'm the type that if a police officer is doing something wrong, I'll be the first one to say it. The very first one. That's wrong. That's injustice. That was an unjustified shooting, whatever the case is. I loved law enforcement. But what I hated in law enforcement was what we called the deputy dogs, the ones with the God complex. I got a badge and a gun, and I'm going to treat people like shit. Not just me. A high 90% of other police officers hate those people, and we try to run them out of our department. Nobody hates a bad police officer more than a police officer. This is totally ridiculous. If you've heard about it, it's not true what they're saying on the mainstream media. It's not true. I mean, think about this. This past weekend, there's 60 people got shot in Chicago over this past weekend. 60 people. And you didn't hear a word on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, no. ABC, NBC, none of them said a word about it. But one menace to society punk who's threatening people, holding guns on Instagram, gets shot by officers because he was shooting at them, and it's all over the mainstream media. Why are they not up in Chicago protesting 60 people? And a lot of those were juveniles. It makes no sense. If it doesn't fit their narrative, we're not going to hear about it. I just wanted to make this quick video just to let you know, look, the narrative that the mainstream media is pushing is all BS. So if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification. Don't forget that. And leave a comment. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. So, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you for watching the incident report. This is Night Cop 35, and you have a super blessed day.